Alright, Shalom. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the Great Millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Kian. And this is your brother Abawan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asham Rakakwadash. All praises and glory is due. So now I'm just going to move on to number 3. Does the Heavenly Father really create evil? Isaiah 45 verse 7. And of course the answer to that question is 100% yes. Okay, and this is what the that's strange. Okay, right, Isaiah 45 verse 7. So let's go to that. All right, so let's go to Isaiah 45 verse 7. So this is the book of Isaiah 45 verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. Right. So another thing, this is why the apostle Gabar called it enigmas and deep dark sayings in the scriptures, because these are the little things that mess up people that aren't in this truth. Right, if the spirit isn't dealing with you, right, you are not going to be able to receive these things that are being spoken of right here, or these questions that the apostle Gabar is asking, right? And the one right here is something that really messes people up, because plantation Christianity has taught you that, oh, the God is all good and all love and all benevolence and all sunshines and rainbows, and oh, everything that you ever wish for and everything that you ever want for, oh, God will do it for you, right? Turned God into a genie or some fairy godmother. That's why everybody's always, talking about the Most High and speaking, um, I'm speaking falsely about the Most High, Yahweh, Sham, Yahweh, because the Spirit is not dealing with them really, but also because they don't understand, because the Spirit is not dealing with them, but they don't understand, the Most High, Yahweh, Sham, Yahweh, and how, as the scriptures are spoken of Him, because these plantation Christians, right, that is who a lot of you are getting your information on the Most High from, and they are just giving you the proper understanding of the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh. Let me just quickly get to precepts, right? So I can use that to illustrate my point. Close this. Let's open up the blue letter. After all, it's not written. It is a fearful thing, right? Let's get that. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Let's get that. So this is the book of Hebrews 10 verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Right. And what is the reason why it is a fearful thing? Isaiah 45 verse 7. Because the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh formed the light and created darkness. He makes peace and creates evil. And he is the one that does all these things, right? Because, and there's not really much else to say, that preset just basically has gone into it. There's nothing that you can say that, oh, what are you going to say? Well, Isaiah misheard him when the Most I said evil, and really all evil just means is bad times. Okay, bad times, that's all evil really means. Eve and ill, Eve being time and ill being time. I'm sorry, not time, but bad, right? And that's all evil really means. But yeah, the Most High, how about Sham Yahweh does create evil, because the Most High. Let's get that preset. Let's get that preset. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, yeah, now I remember exactly what I was trying to get. The Most High is a God of judgment, and through Him, actions are we. Okay, Judge of God of knowledge, like yeah. So this is the book of First Samuel 2, verse 3. Talk no more exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For Yahweh is a power of knowledge, and by Him actions are weighed. Right, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is a God of judgment. And let's also get this in the book of Deuteronomy. Okay, so let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. So this is the book of Deuteronomy 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Right? So when you see or you hear this situation about somebody falling into the hand of the Most High, however, Shami or Shai, right? Say somebody falls victim to an illness, or somebody gets mauled by an animal, or somebody gets attacked in their sleep, or their house gets broken into, right? And the robber shoots them, or somebody gets kidnapped and later found dead by the side of the road with their head missing and their internal organs missing as well. All these things were set up by the Most High Yahweh Sham Yahushai for that person. Okay, and then that's the point where that's something that messes up a lot of people that are in the world, because like I said, they've been sold. Even people that don't believe in the Most High, they'll be like, oh, God could never do that. Even though they don't believe in the Most High anymore, they're talking about how Christianity is this and that. But as soon as you give them this information, they start rejecting it. Like, oh, God could never do that. God could never, that kind of thing. And that shows you that, man, that mindset, okay, that mindset of plantation Christianity is still within them, because a lot of you jakes, man, you two-third jakes are still in the plantation. You are still in the world, which means you are of course still in the plantation. Whether it's you black unconscious Negroes, or whether it's you Negroes that think you're on some other level, right? Even you Christian Negroes, all of you are still within that frame of plant, within that plantation. You're still under Esau Edom, because that's who your real God is right there. Not the Most High, Hawara, Basham, Yahushai, but rather Esau Edom. And let me get a precept real quick just for that. Because anyway, this is the beauty of how actually understanding the scriptures right there. You can just say, oh, I got a precept for that. You always have a precept for something. You always have a precept, okay? You always have a precept. So now, Ephesians 2 verse 1, and you hath he quickened, who were dead in trespass and sins, wherein in times past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Right? And you too said as Jake, you think that, oh, I'm no longer following the white man's religion. I'm an Egyptian, even though Egyptology was created by Aleister Crowley. Oh, I'm no longer following the white man's religion. Religion is stupid, so I'm going to be an atheist, even though contemporary atheism as it is was also white man's religion. It's also was also set up by Esau Edom, right? And you see that all these practices, even Islam for the most part, that was set up by the Catholic Church, man. And you see, even all the different these different religions that you are involved in is ultimately being set up by either the heathen, with like Buddhism and Hinduism and the like, right? Or straight up just set up by Esau Edom. But the vast majority of our people are into various black unconscious movements or religious movements that were set up by Esau Edom. Jake is talking about he's a Baptist that is saved, right? Forgetting the Edomite out, founded the Baptist church. Different things like that, ultimately, right? But you will still want to pretend that you are somehow enlightened in Esau's kingdom, even though at the end of the day you are still in the same darkness, you are still in the same dead state that you are in, even when you are a Christian, before you moved on to whatever black unconscious ideology that you follow. But that's beside the point. That's just me getting on these jigs, these dumbass jigs out here a little bit. We are still on the topic of the judgment, the evils that the Most High Yahweh Sham Yahushai has created on the earth. Okay, let's get another preset, because really there isn't much to explain about this. Okay, the Most High does create evil. Okay, and it has been clearly illustrated in the scriptures that he does create evil. So let's get this. I don't really know where to start from. So I'm just going to get the main points. So let's see. I'll just get the main point. Okay, Psalm 78 verse 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. Right. And let's get this word evil in the blue letter real quick just to see what it says. Okay. But right, and the idea is quite simple. The Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai does create evil. Okay, the same God that has made good, okay, is also the same God that has made evil, and that's the balance of the Heavenly Father. And of course, it goes without saying that, because you have some real dumbasses out here that the Most High creating evil, right, or creating Satan as an agent on the left hand side, or creating Esau as an agent from the left hand side does not make him wicked. Okay, the Most High, however, Hashem Yahushua is still righteous. So the word for evil in the Hebrew is Ra'ai. Okay, Ra'ai. This R that you're seeing here, that's just the modern Hebrew that Esau is on. The word here, the Ra and the I. Okay, the Ayan. Ra'ai. So Ra'ai is evil, and Ra'ai, bad, evil, bad, disagreeable, malignant, bad, unpleasant, evil, evil, displeasing, bad of its kind. So yeah, basically, basically, you know, that's basically the evil that is here is just basically the normal Hebrew evil. And that's why you pray that Lord's Prayer, deliver us from evil, right? Ra'ai hawasha'ai nawa, right? Deliver us from evil. And right, we are asking the Most High, however, Sham Yahushai, to deliver us from the evil which He created, which is why, once again, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living God, okay? Because we are in this truth, we're not scared of Satan, alright? I'm not talking about the devil gonna get me like they teach you plantation Christians. No, because you understand that it is the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that has all praises, glory, honor, and power. Because let's go to that. I think that should be the book of Revelations, the fourth chapter. So this is the book of Revelations 4 verse 11. Thou art worthy, O Yahweh, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things. All things, okay? And for thy pleasure they are and were created. So including evil as well. Okay? Including evil as well. And just in case, because you have some jakes out here that will still want to say, oh, well, the Most High created evil, doesn't that make him, all kinds of dumbass statements, man. So let's just make sure that, everybody understands this simple fact. I believe that should be the book of James, okay? Let's get that, 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 let's go to that. So this is the book of James 1 verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. For the Most High Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren. Right, so don't err in understanding, okay? You don't get tempted to do evil by the Most High, okay? I don't get pushed into wickedness by the Most High. The Most High, however, Hashem Yahushai created evil, right? But the Most High, however, Hashem Yahushai also created the men, human men or men to, let's get that. Let me just go to that instead. Let me not butcher it, right? That the Most High created men to be good, but He had gone. Let's get that. Let's just get that. Let's get that. How's that precept go again? That the Most High created men to be pure, but He had gone after His own lust. No, after exceeding lust. No, it's now that's not how that precept goes. Now, for question how that precept goes. That the Most High created man to be perfect, but He has sought after something works. Okay, yeah, so that are wicked inventions. That's the piece of wicked inventions. Let's get that. So okay, so, okay, that's not it. So I'm still looking for it. And whether rabbits and goats, and what God created man to be good, but so that many wicked and hurtful. I think that's the one. And where's the just that's still not it. That's still not it. Let me try invention. No, let me just leave it alone. Leave it alone since I can't remember where the preset is at. So let's just go into this right here. That should be the book of Ecclesiasticus 30. Okay, 45 Slovakia. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus. Okay, no, this isn't it. Ecclesiasticus for 39. Let's just go into it directly. Ecclesiasticus 39, verse. I don't really know which verse that is. So let me just keep going down. So let's see, it is Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 25. For the good are things are so like Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 25. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. Right. And that's exactly. Let me also quickly get this one as well, okay? Because that's basically what I wanted to get, And evils were created for the wicked, basically, okay? The proper reward or judgment for the wicked. So let me also get this as well. So this is the book of Proverbs 19, verse 29. Judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for the backs of fools. And it's just going into the same thing here. That the wicked, right, or that the evils that the Most High Yahweh Shami or Shai created have their purpose, has their purpose. In English is fucked up. Anyway, has its purpose, and that purpose is to be the reward for the wicked. Okay, so let's keep going. Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 27. All things are good to the goodly, or to the godly, Salakia. So to the sinners they are turned into evil. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Right. So like I was saying, all these little incidents that you see happening all over the world, you're like, hey, what's happened? Those are the judgments of the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai. All these things are even the things that you consider evil, okay? The evils. And like I said, all evil means is bad times, okay? So somebody creating evil, creating bad times, okay? Doesn't necessarily make the person wicked, because all evil just means it's bad times. And the Most High Yahweh Sham Yahushai has created evils for judgment for the wicked. Right. So let's keep going. Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandments. They shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Right. So even when it comes to this, it's also showing you that the spiritual demon Satan did not rebel against the Most High Yahweh Sham Yahushai, okay? Because the Most High Yahweh Sham Yahushai set up the spiritual demon Satan to be his left hand side, right? To be the left hand to control and to be the left hand, okay? So you can of course read that in the book of Job, where you see that clearly, right? The spiritual demon Satan is also an angel of the Most High, and we also read the scripture in the book of Psalms. I believe that's the 79th chapter, going into, or rather the 49th or the 79th chapter, going into the evil angels, right? So notice that it is evil and not wicked, okay? Because those evil angels are still righteous, okay? Those spirits of vengeance are still righteous, okay? So with that, I will end the video right there. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asham Rakal Kwadash, Wa Abad Baba, Shalom.